In a world with many similarities to our own, there lies two planets that are both experiencing societal turmoil. One of them, the planet Remus, there lies a town named Hazel that is on the outskirts of one of the busiest cities on the planet. While society is strained with cultural change, in this town, there are beings that no one has seen and struggle not to be found as time goes on. The following is the story of some of the people who end up finding them through no fault of their own. This is Hazeltown Story.
Yeah, because one thing that you've noticed that as you kind of got out and kind of looked at the service elevator as kind of been casing the place, you do notice that it looks like there is a there is some sort of like key card that grants access, but also that there, as you kind of been looking, the cameras are still in the corners, so it's like there's two cameras that are like right next to the door, looking at the door.
So, like, there's, like, if we do this, there's no way to there's no blind spot for us, so.
Not really at the moment.
Okay, in that case, I'm gonna look for where the central camera hub is.
So right now, you cannot find an area that's in either of these three floors that look to be it. It must be on the fourth floor.
Unless we're willing to make a big scene, we're not gonna be able to, like, get up there.
At least to get into the room.
Aren't there stairs?
The stairs that you have access to in the open do not go to the fourth floor.
Okay. Can you do any of your fancy computer shit, Elmas?
I'll try, but, like, I need to find a spot gets me the best, like... Oh, wait, I'm thinking too hard about this. Can I just get a read from the cameras on the fourth floor? Because I'm sure they're all networked to the same thing.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to look up, because I just wanted to bump you maybe in the right direction, because of what you have access to. Okay, so that's total level. Okay. Wait. Hold on, I'm looking at the thing, because I just might have noticed a teensy oversight. Or I might need to word the phrasing on it. Because... Hey, Carnival, you want to notice the slight issue that I made with Technomancy?
Would it be on the... Oh.
Yeah, I made a slight... It's not a terrible mistake, but it's maybe a slight oversight. The fact that you have the same ability twice, one that costs and one that doesn't.
See, I wouldn't have noticed it until you pointed it out.
Because, yeah, there is Control, which is it is a utility level spell, so it costs no stress. You may control any device that has a technomagnetic access port. You may control the device or attempt to interfere with providing you are in short range of it. And then there's Remote Control, which requires an action roll, 1 to 3 stress. Activate a technomechanical device, including firearms, from any range. They have line of sight. By default, costs 1 stress for short range, increase to 1. So I guess technically that is slightly different, but it's still pretty close. But I was just looking at it because I would argue that because short range in this case is like up to like 10 feet. So
basically, like, I get on to the third floor, I can very easily get connections up to the fourth.
That yes. And that could be like, yes. Alternatively, actually, I just realized something. Actually, technically, by the verbiage of the thing, looking at overload security, if you control the device, you may disable any sort of feature like a lock or security, which technically means that if you do control on the thing, that means that has a range of short by default.
Oh, in that case, let's go. We're just gonna... All right, time to cut the cameras and let's go.
So I will say to get So I'll say, from what, actually, how about this? So I'm just trying to think, should I make you roll to see what things you have access to? Because you know you have the cameras, you know you have the lock that's on the service thing.
I think that's clear enough. Like just getting the cameras and the lock to turn off. That'll be the rule.
Okay.
So interface.
Okay, so I will say that you want to turn them completely off.
Would it be different if it's just like for the cameras, them looping around and?
Yeah, that's the thing I'm thinking, because it's something that if we do another pass at verbiage, I think one thing that I might say is, because especially since it points out security, that one thing that it might. So I'm just trying to think, getting it to loop over and like a camera to loop again, like loop, kind of sounds like something that would be in the move set. Because especially the other stuff is really kind of situational.
Let's go with that for now, just to make sure.
Yeah.
So what's my position in?
So because it is because it is actually in a it is a time that people are there, it is going to at least be risky, just because they are going to be actively monitoring the stuff.
All right.
I would say, but since they're not exactly, because I'm thinking about it, because it is a it is a technologically focused area, so it is likely that they would be like cognizant of potential flaws in their system. But I'm just wondering if that would be. It's either going to be limited or or whatever the middle one is. Let's say
is like it'd be risky standard. So
risky standard. Let's say that it'd be. Let's say risky limited is your base.
Okay, that's fine. 3 die. Here we go.
Okay.
Oh no.
So,
I'm gonna resist. So
yeah, 313. That is a failure. So mark experience. Because wait, so that was interface. So you would mark it also engineer.
well, just making sure I mark. But yeah, no, I'm resisting that because this is
Okay. So effectively, what the thing is they straight up notice that there is an attack on their system.
right. Yeah, and I'm resisting that completely. So
Okay. So roll your resistance. 551. So you take a 1 stress. Also, take the. Did you also mark down the 1 stress for? I'm gonna call that because that's overload security.
yeah.
So net 2, I guess, loss.
All right, 2 loss.
Because you didn't push or anything, right?
No, I didn't.
Okay. So after some finagling there, like, you try and focus on overloading the security. So actually, what I should do? What was that to do? Because the thing is, actually, what I do think is fair is that I make you roll on cameras and the lock separately.
That one was for the cameras.
Okay. So what you have effectively done is the cameras are now looping. They're looping at a rate, like basically going at a, like, they're playing like the last thing that there is a, like the last 30 seconds are repeating over and over again.
Okay. And then so the same thing for now for the door.
Okay. Yep. And that's going to be the same roll for the door. It's the same exact roll.
All right, we're gonna do resist again.
Because the thing is, that's going to be the same thing.
And it's not the same exact roll. It was a 2 instead of a 3 this time for the first dice.
Oh, I didn't even notice that. It's still a failure. 2, 3, 4. So that is net 3. Or wait,
All right.
yeah, net 3. So you have taken 5 stress to open this door. Also,
Better be
remember to
worth
mark. Did you also mark additional experience?
Not yet, but I'll do that.
Which actually, technically, it's every 5 experience, right?
Yes, so that means all right. Now experience faces 4.
Okay. And then I think, yeah, that would be 18. Okay.
All right, Ellis looks exhausted, but this place had some better security than I thought. But all right, we're through.
Also, actually, where are you keeping your? Oh, you're keeping it on the sheet, right?
Yeah, I'm keeping it on the sheet.
Do
we round up or down?
That's what I was wondering. I think your your days threshold starts at what? Let's say it starts at 6.
Okay.
Okay, so you have both looped the cameras and you have open security.
I nod over to Aravia. All right, let's go.
You all right?
Security here was a bit tougher than I was expecting, but got it through.
Okay. And Ravi just heads into the elevator.
All right, up to floor 4.
Okay. So let me draw what floor 4 looks like. Here's your little area there's your service thing. I should also mention that there is a service elevator and a little staircase. So here. Okay. So as you go up the elevator, you notice that the 4th floor is effectively. Actually, I'm going to do this. Is effectively a office space and warehouse. Or kind of storage area.
One of those boxes is uneven.
Here, let me fix that. There you go.
Perfect, thank you.
Okay, now that's bugging me.
Weak ass bitch.
The drawing tools in Roll20 are.
Yeah, it makes sense given that line poking out on the 3rd floor.
Yeah, no, it's real jank.
Oh, that's why the line's poking out, because it's not set properly.
Yeah, no, it's just slightly. There we go.
Perfect.
Oh.
Y'all can't see it, but Lolo's currently shifting around the maps and moving all the wrong parts.
I'm not maybe familiar with Roll20s.
Nah, man, Roll20 just fucking sucks to use.
Yeah.
Because, especially since it's on a grid, it really wants to snap to the grid. Alright. Well, so you go up to the 4th floor, you see that there's like 5 little office spaces, and there is like a central kind of area where you imagine that looks to be the security room. And then there is a bunch of shelves in the middle that has like different computer parts on it. And then there is a little meeting room in the corner.
Hey, I'll see anything on those shelves you want?
Nothing I really can't get. Nothing that I can't think I could sneak out at this place anyway.
Okay. Well, should we hit up the security room then?
Yeah, you take the lead on this.
Okay, well, I guess I will head on over to the security room and see if I can attempt to, I don't know, sneakily open the door. Hello?
I was just saying, I didn't know if there was anything you were going to add to that.
No. Like, is the door locked or?
It is not. As you kind of are in, you don't see anyone in the kind of central area. You kind of the atmosphere is just kind of quiet. You hear clattering of like keys as like people who have their office doors like slightly ajar. You can hear that there are people in the offices, but they are not really paying attention to anything.
Okay.
So what do you want to do with the security door? Security office.
Is the whole place a security office?
Well, no. So the security office, that area in the corner. I was just thinking
Yeah, I was gonna say, open the door slowly.
Okay. So
So as
as
not
you
to draw attention.
as you open the door, or I'll give you this just as just to throw it. As you kind of open the door, just slowly, you can see that there are two people looking at the computers that are kind of semi-confused, but it's like some seems kind of up with the thing, but I don't know what would cause it. So they're kind of looking at that.
Okay. I'm gonna see if I can't sneak in and just slam their heads together.
All right. How do you want to action roll that?
I mean, would you want me to do multiple or just one?
I think in the spirit of it, it'd be one, right? Carnival?
Yeah. Okay. Then I'll smash.
Because you don't want to piecemeal it, right? Because you just kind of want to keep it as one thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I smash.
All right. What? So, in that case, it is going to be risky because they are like doing stuff.
Mm-hmm. What's the effect?
Your effect is going to be. It is going to be standard as base.
Ah, so great.
And I'm gonna. I'm at how much stress? So I was gonna see how much do I need.
No,
Like,
you don't need to help me on this one. Trust me.
Okay.
Yeah, because
what using their heads count as an improvised weapon?
I guess technically, if you are grabbing their head, like the back of their head, to coconut them together, you are using an improvised thing to hit one thing with the other.
That's 6 dice.
Let's see a mixed success. Yeah, God. 5, 5, 3, 3, 4, 2.
How? Who did this?
Okay, hold on.
Who's responsible?
Okay, let me look at the thing real quick. Let's see. Percentage of probability for dice rolls. Let's see. Mixed success, or like a success period is at 6, 98.4. Full success, the probability is 66.51%. So you hit the 33, or you hit the 32. You did not fail.
Okay, but it does ignore 1 armor.
It does ignore 1 armor. I guess technically what I'd have is the resistance, or like as the mixed success is, you definitely knock them out, but you make noise while you're doing it. That is like a very notable, like, something is up noise.
Loud coconut noises. I should resist it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll resist it.
Okay. So
Rest
what?
is a resource.
Physical, and that's 2 dice.
Is it 2 dice? Because do you not have anything? Oh, you don't have anything in aim, do you?
Nope.
So 3 and 4. So you are taking 2 stress to resist.
Sweet.
But do you have, like, Ravi has a fair amount of stress, doesn't she?
Yeah. 2 stress, it means I'm down to 10.
Yeah, you're fine. God, you have. Oh, that's 10. I thought for a second. I'm like, wait, why do you have 14 harm? I'm like, okay, no, that's 10.
Yeah, no, I have 10 harm and 12 stress overall, but now I'm down to 10 stress.
Okay, so you coconut their heads together, and they are instantly knocked out. And they looked like they were going to start to fall to make like a very clattering noise, but you managed to pick them up. Why is Adblock going 153? Why are there 153 things blocked on this page?
Do you perhaps mean on like the Google Docs?
Yeah.
I don't know. I have 154 at the moment, and it just keeps shooting up.
Yeah, I'm like, wait, why do I have that many?
157.
This page. Anyway,
Google's trying to worm some shit through, but whatever.
Yeah, it just went up to whatever. Now I'm just looking at the number. You managed to collect them before they like make a fall. So you now have control of the security room.
All right.
I motion Elmis over on in.
All right. Let me just now that I'm here, let me just let's do the standard. Give myself a back door.
I'm gonna say I'm gonna have you action roll that.
Yeah, I figured as much. So what's the?
Well, right now, since you just knocked out the security team and you have control at the moment, your effect is going to be standard.
All right. And now, since it's just got that nice 4 dice in interface.
4, 4, 4, 1. So mixed success. You managed to like get it in there, but you're probably only going to have that thing for a couple of weeks.
That's good enough. Oh, and since we're here, let's look through the tapes. Is there any like weird like times where you see people just like either weird gaps where there's no like footage or just
Why don't you actually action roll that?
all right, time for investigate.
So your effect is going to be you're controlled in standard again. Though, what are you looking for something particular?
Well, if it's anything Orion, I guess that would
Okay.
Orion or just weird times where the footage is missing when it otherwise wouldn't be.
Okay. Then in that case, just roll control standard. 3, 3, 4. I'm gonna say you do notice that there are parts like after about from like 9:30 to 10, or actually not 9:30, like 9:30 to like 9:30 or 45, and then like 10:30 to 10:45 that there are just a gap where there is very rarely a recording.
All right, so let's write that down. So 9:30, 9:45, and 10:30 to 10:45. That's something goes down at those times a lot of days. So there you go. There anything you could think of that might need to look for?
Fuck if I know. This is your area of expertise.
So this is securities. Could I like print out some key cards? Print out a key card for the team that is going to be coming back here.
You should be able to, but I'm gonna have you action roll that as well.
All right, interface. That's also controlled standard.
Yep.
All right.
Okay. 3, 4, 3, 4, 6, 5. Okay, so you have succeeded. You managed to print out however many passes you need.
I'm gonna just make 3 just for safety, but 3 passes that we can hand off to Bobby for whatever the next team needs to come. All right, I think we got anything that DM anything that I might have not thought of to look for.
Not that I can think of.
Okay, so all right, I think we've got everything we can get here at this time. Do we want to put these people back in the chairs or Avia or?
Yeah, I'll fix them up.
All right. And I got key cards now, so we don't need to worry too much about the thing.
Sweet.
All right. I guess we cut over to whatever Bobby was doing.
Oh, right. It was just you two there.
Yeah, Bobby's busy.
All right. Bobby. What were you finding?
So Bobby went to go find a manager or art person, someone who's around who's in a position to talk about the art who works at this place.
Okay. As you kind of walk around, you find someone that looks like not just like a normal, like someone that looks like they're a little bit higher up.
All right. Bobby will go in extreme charm mode to immediately start burning this person up and says, "Howdy, friend.
Yes. Hello. Can I help you?
Listen, this place, I find it most titillating. This art exquisite.
Oh, glad to hear that.
Wondering, could you tell me more about this? What is your mission statement here? What are you trying to do?
We are trying to showcase that you can make just as fine of art as you would see in any other museum, just using the new consumer level computers that you can find at your normal electronics store.
Yeah, fascinating, fascinating. And what else do you do here?
I right now I kind of working a little bit as making sure everything's like looking as good as it should be, and just answering questions that anyone might have on the pieces.
But you do offer classes here, yes? I believe I saw something about that on the second floor.
Yes, we do occasionally offer, or we do offer sometimes throughout the day, kind of beginner level courses that let you kind of get your own start in making art like what you see on the walls now.
I see. Now, tell me about some of these artists. Where do they come from?
We like to focus a lot on artists that live within the city.
I see. All local names, eh?
I believe everyone's local. We might have some that come from like somewhere throughout the region, but not. It's all mostly within the greater Steinwald area.
And you currently have some more pieces here that aren't on display?
We do cycle out pieces to make sure that more people do get kind of exposure.
I see. Would it be possible for me to take a peek at some of those?
Well, we normally for at the moment, not exactly. We only you can come on by for by appointment, but right now we would have to make sure to know, because it's with it being a little digital, we'd have to make sure to know where it's stored and make sure it's getting up and running the way it should be. So it's we need a little bit of prep work before we can just kind of show you.
Oh, I don't mind it. In a state of disrepair. Now, let me have a peek. Just you and me. I will do a charm roll for this.
Okay. Since they don't really have any reason to be suspicious, I would say your effect is, or your position right now is controlled, but your effect's going to be standard.
Then it'll be great.
Okay.
Crit.
Okay, 651526. So that is in fact a crit. So you can mark that. I would imagine one of your classes has, or because what?
Yes, the face.
Yeah, the face would mark experience. Oh, you're almost there for almost at another level.
Yeah.
So they kind of go. It's like, well, I guess suppose right now it's maybe not so much disrepair, but it's like we got a kind of a server with a lot of art on, and we kind of want to make sure that the monitor's at the right specifications for the thing. I suppose. What by chance would you be needing this for? This is also a lead-in, so this is not like what would you need this for? And you can basically say anything at this point, and he'd believe you.
Oh, friend, I just wish to see more.
Well, and they kind of look at you as like, oh, this person might be they kind of see you as like, oh shit, this guy might be an investor, so or like some sort of like thing, we might be able to get some money off of some stuff. So they're like, oh, sure, could you just follow me? I can take you upstairs to our little lab here.
Lead the way.
They kind of point you towards the service elevator. They give you, like, they use their key to get in. So they're now coming upstairs. He effectively takes you to, or he is effectively taking you to the going to the service elevator and taking you to the 4th floor.
We're Ellis and a Raviar.
Yep.
Well, shit. No, we were heading back down, so it's fine. Oh, wait, the service elevator. Fuck.
So I imagine while this is happening, like you two are still in the security room when they both come up.
Fuck.
I mean, they have access to the camera, so they would see Bobby coming up ahead of time.
Oh, you're right. So I guess we just take the stairs.
Hell yeah, stairs.
Okay. So he takes you into the room that's in the corner, like that little bigger room. And inside that room, he's like, oh, don't mind the stuff that's on the shelves. That's just the stuff. That's kind of our computer stuff that we need for getting this stuff. That's it. Don't mind that stuff. And he takes you into the room that has a number. Basically, it's a room that has a number of computers, and then it has things that looks to be like things in the center. Like there's some tables that has some stuff that's underneath tarps. But there's some. He basically takes you to a computer that's on the side. That's like, well, here's our main computer that I can show you some of the artwork that we have.
I can barely contain my excitement.
He basically goes and like looks up some stuff and kind of just haphazardly like shows you like, oh yeah, here's some computers. He kind of shows you the kind of the more fancy looking stuff, the stuff with a lot of animation and stuff with a lot of tech involved.
Oh yes, this is quite nice. Sir, would you mind grabbing me a water? My throat's a bit parched.
As I say, we might have something in the. I might keep something in my office. Let me check.
Thank you kindly.
And so he goes to leave to go to his office. That's like probably the one that's in the top right.
All right. Once he's gone, Bobby will quickly go and take a peek under the tarps.
What you see or actually, why don't you do an action roll for that?
Okay. Do investigate.
Okay. Your effect right now is controlled since there's not really anything looking at you, and your effect is going to be standard.
This man has been lulled into a false sense of security.
That's a 3 and a 2, so that's a failure. Effectively, what happens is it would be that not only are you not able to like see anything under the tarp, you are not able to restore it to the way it was, and when he gets back, okay. 5, 4, 3. So you take 1 stress from that.
All right.
Yeah, better to not have everything go tits up.
So you, as you kind of lift the tarp and kind of notice some of the stuff in the center, it's like you notice, you notice a couple things. You notice that there are some parts that look like they would go for the animatronic thing, but then you notice that there are some parts that look like they would not be for animatronics. They look like they would be for robots.
Naughty. With that done, Bobby will just like resume where he was before at the computer when the guy comes back in.
Okay.
Thank you, sir. Takes a sip.
He's like, you're welcome. And now, where was I? And he continues to show you more, and kind of gives you a spiel on like, it's like, this is like, could be a really like big thing. We could be like get a bigger thing in the city. We could be like a real big thing. We can get some, good, like, basically giving you a sales pitch on how to maybe to help out a little bit with the art gallery.
Listen, there was one other thing I was curious about. It's those animatronics.
Oh yeah, I'm like, yes, they're we're housing a presentation on kind of state of the art animatronics.
I was curious, how do you make them go?
So the animatronics are not quite exactly my thing. Like, I know more of the kind of our thing. That was more. We have some people who are some artists that are like into the animatronics. Like, it's all programming like done by that. It's kind of a bit of like clockwork, but on a computer.
I see. And how advanced is that?
It's pretty like these things are pretty advanced. They're not quite like as advanced as like the stuff that you see at like the robotics lab. Like there's no artificial intelligence or anything. It's all like it might all just be kind of programming. Like it's all discrete things, but it's still very intricate with how they do it. It's still very impressive.
Yes, I've heard talk around town of there being animatronics that are remote controlled, so to speak. Do y'all do stuff like that here or no?
Well, I know the ones that we have here are all wired. I suppose at some point we could do remote control, like talk to the computer like through a radio?
Oh, something like that.
Well,
They're being puppeted one way or another.
As far as I know, none of these are being puppeted. They're all just the computer runs the thing in the background, but they're not. I don't believe anyone has direct control over anything.
Interesting. Well, continue your presentation. That's all Bobby really had.
Okay, he kind of just shows you more art. Like he's just trying to do a sales pitch to get you to kind of help out with the museum art gallery.
Bobby will definitely intimate that he's interested in doing that.
Okay. Once he's done, he kind of just is like, "Oh, well, here, I'll help you. I'll guide you back down."
Thank you, sir.
And then you go back down.
All right. Once we're down there, Bobby will take the man's hand and thank him, and then go off to find Aravia and Elmas.
Yo.
All right.
All right. So, what did you two find?
There's something that goes down every most days at between 9:30 and 9:45 and 10:30 and 10:45. The security cameras have weird absences of that times frame.
I see. Well, I found some robot parts up in one of their storage rooms. So, it seems they're doing something here. The usual Ryan fare.
Like we didn't already know that.
Yes. But I don't know what, though. The man didn't seem to know anything about it.
I can't imagine that anyone who works the shop would be in on the know. It's a fairly nice space. Hopefully we can
Speak for yourself.
look. I'm glad people are trying.
That makes one of us, I guess.
I think we've done all we can here for now. Best send in my secondary team later on to have a look at this place. You made some security passes?
Yep, here you go. I don't know how long. They should last for at least the rest of the night. I don't know how much longer before they might do a refresh.
Well, I'll not push luck then. I will get these to them as soon as I can.
Alright, I think that's seen.
All right. Seemed like it went pretty good.
Yeah, things went well there.
I helped.
Hey, you coconutted the guys.
Yeah.
Previous episodes of Hazeltown Story can be found at bekindrewind.hazel.town or radio.hazel.town. If you would like to know more about the universe and have an interest in video games, you can watch LoloDePuzlo's Journal, our sister show, that can be found at theater.hazel.town or bekindrewind.hazel.town. If you would like to keep up to date with Lolo, you can follow them at co-host or BlueSky at LoloDePuzlo. There is also a Discord server in which you can potentially catch episodes being recorded live at club.hazel.town. Thank you for listening to Hazeltown Story. I welcome you to come back for more.